This year is the 15th anniversary of L4D. And I was actually doing an interview yesterday for an article on the 15th anniversary. It's crazy, it's 15 years ago, but it's also the 15th anniversary for something else for me. So now, we were working on L4D. It was hard. We were already working a lot of hours, and I was also working on the Orange Box because we launched the Orange Box in 2007. So there was a little brief period where I was doing both. I did both most of the time, and then I had to just ship the Orange Box because that was a lot of work. Think of all the TF2 characters me and Eric did. Did a bunch of stuff with Alex in Half-Life 2 Episode 2. I think I failed on some of that stuff because I didn't watch it and keep the level designers from adding their own sound cues. So Alex just thanks you so freaking much. But there is some good stuff in there as well. But the minute we shipped the Orange Box, I was down in Orange County working on L4D again, full time again, and went into full crunch. So I did crunch. And when we shipped L4D, I was exhausted. And I was thinking this was a bad choice. And that even for me who does not mind hard work, that I had maybe overdone it and this wasn't for me. And then it snowed. It didn't snow a little bit. This was the first, we're used to it in Seattle, I think. But back in the day, this was the first really big snow. It was 18 inches. They had one snowplow in the entire city. One snowplow, all of Seattle, super hilly. I grew up in Cleveland. I grew up with snow, but not the hills of Seattle and not unplowed like this. All the city did was take a road closed sign and put it down at the bottom of the hill. Our entire neighborhood shut down. So I couldn't get to work. And this was not remote days, right? So I'm not going to go into Gabe's office and quit because I can't get in there. So instead, we are literally like sledding down to go to the Irish bar, who decided it was okay that they just serve families and let kids in because it's the neighborhood and it's one of the few places still open and feeding people. So every night, the entire community is like there hanging out, drinking, having a good time, going back. My wife knew I was in a weird mood. She's an artist. She kind of understands when you're kind of working through things in your head. And so she let me do something that saved me. And it's the only reason why I didn't walk in afterwards and quit from Valve. And it's this. I just played Castle Crashers for 2 weeks straight. Like, that's all I did. I just stared at the cat. My cat at the time, Mazzy, was on my lap often. But I just played Castle Crashers. Why Castle Crashers? Who knows? It was on Xbox. It was an R game. I didn't have to think about our game. And I just played Castle Crashers. And then the snow melted. I beat Castle Crashers. And I said, hey, I can keep doing this. It's okay. That was it. Brains are strange things, man. Because if it hadn't snowed, I would have walked in and quit. I had done something I'd always wanted to do. It felt good. It was time to leave. And so some of, like, if you think about like L4D 2 is I walked in with that mindset and the mindset of just how broken the engine version of L4D 1 was, and how do we make life where I want to keep doing things. And so some of that was L4D 2 and doing it in a year and how we structured working and not killing ourselves as much. Still did at the end, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so Castle Crashers saved my career, life, not life, I guess, because I wasn't going to do that. But you know what I'm saying. It's a good game. I mean, it's on Steam now. It's still fun. We play it sometimes in our community.